Hi, Malati Vijay Kumar welcoming you once again to Meen Man Cooks. In today's episode, we are going to see a 90-second eggless chocolate cake in the microwave oven. The ingredients required are 10 pieces of the Oreo biscuits, half a cup of milk, a teaspoon of butter. That's it. Now let's see how to prepare the cake. Now let's crush the biscuits to a coarse powder. I'm going to just break it into pieces. Ideally, you should be using only cream biscuits. Don't try with the plain biscuits. It tastes pathetic. I'm using the smart chopper to make a coarse powder of the biscuits. If you have one as well, well and good. Else, no problem. Use your rolling pin. Just break the biscuits, place them on a butter paper, cover it with another sheet and just roll the biscuits and you'll get a coarse powder. Now let's add the coarsely powdered biscuits to the cup in which we are going to bake the cake. This is how the powdered biscuits need to be. Let's heat the milk. The milk is warm enough. Let's open and remove the milk from the microwave. In case you are vegan, you can substitute oil for the butter and almond milk for the regular milk. Then you have a cake to eat as well. The milk is warm. I'm first going to add the butter to the crumbled biscuits. Don't add the entire milk. We'll add gradually. Mix it. We want a nice smooth batter. Oh my God, nice smell of the biscuits. You could add a few drops of vanilla extract. You can see it's just like a chocolate cake batter. That's enough. Don't add the remaining milk. We've heated half a cup of milk, but we've used only about quarter cup. You just need to keep it ready, keep adding it gradually, and then when it's in this consistency, you stop adding the milk. Now let's microwave it for just 90 seconds. Just tap it gently and remove all the batter which is sticking on the sides. Doesn't give a nice look. Visually it should be appealing to kids as well, and when we are baking it, the little batter sticking to the sides, it forms a thin film like sheet, and that also is not very pleasant to look at. So clean it up. Today we've used 10 Oreo biscuits. You can use even 20 or 25, no problem about that. You'll only be increasing the butter and the milk, but don't ever fill the cup to the brim with the cake batter. Always give at least a centimeter of space for it to rise. Shall we bake it? Keep it to the side. Now let's close the door and set the time. I've set it for 90 seconds. It should be done. Generally for this quantity it takes about that much time in my microwave oven. It depends on the watts of your microwave, the power consumption and the timing changes. If there's fluctuation in your area, then also the timing increases. So always give it just a minute or minute and a quarter. Check, insert a toothpick. If it's done, well and good. Otherwise just give it another 10-15 seconds. It will definitely be done perfectly. I can get the aroma already. Always place the dish to the side and not in the center, because the waves strike more at the side than in the center. All dishes prepared in the microwave need to be given standing time. That is, after it comes to 0 and gives a beep, just let it remain inside for just a minute or two depending on the dish. Then in the standing time, there's still a little heat energy inside. The final cooking or baking is done and your end product is wow. Now let's open. I'm going to insert the toothpick. Wow! Always insert it in the center because the sides cook faster than the center. That's how the waves strike the vessel. So if it's cooked in the center, then the entire dish is done perfectly. Now we just loosen the sides and overturn it. Your biscuits need not be fresh from the packet. If you have some stored in your tin, broken pieces, a little soggy, no problem at all. Just add all those biscuit crumbs to the cup and make a batter. Imagine your kid coming home from school, nice and hungry. By the time he or she just goes and has a wash, a lovely, yummy hot cake is ready for her. Try it. I'm sure she'll enjoy it as much as you're going to enjoy making it for her. This is as good as giving a kid biscuits and maybe a little milk for tea time. So there are plenty of children who really don't like having milk, including Meen Man. This is a nice way of giving the child. I'm sure given in a cake form, most children will like it. I've tried only with this Oreo biscuits and it's come out very well. Do try with the other cream biscuits, be it orange, mango, pineapple or strawberry. I guess it should come out well, but do not use wafers because I tried and it was a thumbs down. I tried even with the plain biscuits, the milk bikkies type, that also was a failure. So ideally you should be using cream biscuits. If your kid is slightly older, perhaps you could give it to him or her in the cup itself and they can have it from the cup. Of course, if you feel like having a piece of it and you need to share with somebody else, then this is the way it's done. Now let's demold it. Wow! Oh, just see how soft it is. And hardly anything sticking to the cup. That's how easily you can demold it. If you want it to fall off without anything at all sticking, you can grease your cup. We haven't greased it. Ideally in the microwave, we prefer not to grease the mold. Ideally microwaves were promoted as very little or sometimes no fat. That is the reason why we were taught not to grease the mold. Now it's time for me to taste it. Nice and spongy, not too sweet. If you want it sweeter, you could add just a tablespoon of sugar powder. Very easy to make, really worth the effort. I'm sure this has motivated you to cook. Do try it and give your feedback. For the recipe, click on meenman.com for all your non-veg requirements as well. Click on meenman.com and place your orders. Do follow us on FIT, that is Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. Thank you.